There's a quiet crisis no one talks about. Not a war, not a recession, but the slow decay of purpose in modern men. Every day you wake up, you reach for your phone, you scroll, you move through your day like a shadow. Work, eat, scroll again, and then numbness. It feels like something's wrong, but you can't name it, and you're not alone in that feeling. Millions of men feel the same. Empty, disconnected, drifting. You were taught how to chase success, grades, jobs, money, but never how to define fulfillment. Never how to build something that matters to you. You were told to be strong, to hold it together, but no one showed you what strength really means. And now, you're isolated, drifting, a man without a mission. But hear me, you're not broken, you're distracted, and distraction is the enemy of purpose. You think you're lazy. You beat yourself up. You scroll for motivation and wonder why you don't feel like doing anything. But what if it's not laziness? What if it's something deeper? What if it's spiritual starvation? You scroll, you sleep, you shut down. But your soul isn't resting. It's numb. There's a difference between being tired and being spiritually malnourished. Because you weren't built for this cycle of consumption. You were built to fight for something, to build, to protect, to overcome. But when that fire is ignored, when you don't give your soul a mission, you don't burn out, you rot. Quietly, slowly, until one day you forget what it even feels like to want something deeply. The world is louder than ever, but men are quieter than ever. Why? Because masculinity has become a target. Not the toxic kind, not aggression, not domination, but true masculinity. The kind that leads, that listens, that stands still in chaos, that carries burdens others can't. It's been twisted, mocked, silenced. You're told to sit down, be soft, be quiet, be less. You feel that pressure every day, the fear of being too much, too assertive, too passionate, too masculine. And when you resist that narrative, you're labeled, shamed. But this isn't about anger. This isn't about rebellion. This is about remembering. Remembering that you were made for more. You are not what they say. You are what you choose to become. And that choice, that starts now. If you made it this far, it shows this message is hitting you where it matters. Pause for a second. Hit subscribe and like the video. This channel is built for men like you. Men who are done being passive, done being silent, and ready to take control of their lives, their minds, and their mission. Okay, let's continue with the video. They taught you how to read, write, pass tests, but no one taught you how to be a man. You know exactly what I mean. Maybe your father was absent, or maybe he was present, but not available. They never said, here's how to handle your rage. Here's how to protect what matters. Here's how to suffer without losing your soul. So you learned on your own. You guessed. You copied broken examples. You stayed silent when you needed help. You faked confidence. You put on a mask and wore it too long. And now that mask feels like you. But it's not. Being a man isn't about pretending. It's about becoming. You can't become until you shed the layers you were forced to wear, until you stop performing and start transforming. And hear this, you're not too late. You haven't missed your chance. The becoming starts now. So, where do you go from here? You begin by stopping, by sitting in the silence you've been running from, by asking yourself hard questions with no easy answers. You start rebuilding with discipline, not punishment, but structure, not shame, but order. Because discipline is freedom. It's how you reclaim your time, your energy, your power. You start listening to your soul again. You seek God, not religion but truth, not dogma, but divine direction. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. You move slower, but with purpose. This is not a trend, not a motivational spike. This is a lifestyle, a mission, a return. This isn't just motivation. This is your reminder. A reminder that you're not weak. You're wounded, and wounds can heal when treated with truth. You are not soft. You are not lost. You are in the middle of a war you didn't choose, but you can still win it. You don't need permission. You need a decision. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your spirit. Reclaim your power. Because you were not made to drift. You were made to lead. You were not made to crumble. You were made to carry. You were not made to conform. You were made to conquer. This is your call, not just to rise, but to rebuild. And the world? It's waiting for the return of the modern man. If this message stayed with you, even for a moment, it means there's something in you that still wants to rise, still wants to grow. And this channel is here for that, to remind you of what matters, to hold space for your mind when the world feels too loud. Subscribe, not for algorithms, but to stay close to content that slows you down and brings you back. More is coming, and if you're ready to rebuild from the inside out, I'll be right here with you. Until next time, subscribe and take the next step with me.